Hello right bags, it's Jade. Welcome to a Hearth and Home update for VALHEIM. Yes, we got some news and information. A brand new devlog has gone up today showcasing what to expect with some of the changes. Now, I don't want people to get a bit overexcited about what this update can contain. As far as I'm aware, it will have a lot of new stuff. We've already seen some of the build pieces, which we'll go over in this video as well, just in case you missed it. And it is going to have a bit of a redo of the food. But if you're expecting huge amounts of stuff going into it, you could be a bit disappointed. So let's get the expectations about right. Hearth and Home is about making the quality of life experience at home better, and it's about having some more to do at home, adding a little bit more gameplay, adding a little bit more maybe decorative pieces, as well as obviously a refresh of the food. It's good to see Irongate are doing these devlogs though, so I'm just going to let it play because it's only a minute long, and then I'm going to talk about what I think it means as well and go over some of the other stuff that we've come across before, but it's coming.
Welcome to the first video in a series of Hearth and Home spotlights. Today I'll begin to take you through some aspects of the reworked food system. In the game right now, the food roughly gives you the same amount of stamina as health, but in Hearth and Home we have split food into three categories. A red icon indicates it mainly gives you health, while yellow means it mainly gives you stamina, and white means it's an even split. We have also removed the food bar, and instead you'll see timers showing how much time you have left on each food before you need to eat more. Just like usual, the icons will start blinking when they're halfway through. This new health versus stamina balance allows you to be more creative and varied in your playstyle. If you want to stay in your base to build and terraform, you'll want long-lasting food that gives you enough stamina to keep building, but also enough health so that you don't fall to your death. On an adventure, on the other hand, you might want to aim for higher stamina or higher health, as this decision will now influence your combat style. Join us next time to find out how.
So, the Hearth and Home update, it's long awaited. I know so many of you guys are looking forward to playing it. The player base has dropped quite a bit while we're waiting for this new content. VALHEIM's been an amazing game, but it definitely does need some fresh content, and it's going to be happening soon. So, I'm guessing, as I said to you guys, that it will be maybe come September. That could be when we actually see the update go live. They've said before the end of Q3, and the end of Q3 is the end of September. So I don't think they'll wait until the very last moment. I think it will be the end of August, especially now they've said they're going to be doing these devlogs over the next few weeks. So yes, I'm predicting that the Hearth and Home update is going to be coming out at the beginning of September. So obviously Irongate explained it pretty well. I'm not here to beat a dead bush, but I do like the idea of this one. And they've spoken a lot in some of their live streams and in Discord about how they want food to really influence your character decision. There are no character classes in VALHEIM, of course. So any way that you can alternate and make a character class on the fly is a good news to me. I like that idea a lot. Not just relying on armor and weapons, but relying on food. And this is what you could do. Potentially you could go all out there with stamina, and you could be peppering enemies from afar using your crossbow, or you could be someone that just wants to explore the whole map really quickly, and again, having lots of stamina is going to be important for that. Like other times when you're under serious attack, you may want to boost your health up massively, and so by making sure you have some of the red icon food is going to give your health buff a huge boost. So yeah, I can't wait for more details about this. I'll cover every single one of these videos as soon as they're published and give you the lowdown of what to expect. I really like the changes to the timer as well. It has been somewhat annoying sometimes when you're in the thick of things, something's going on, you're not always paying much attention to the left hand side. Clearly you can see you've got food in your inventory bar and you've got the bars, but knowing when it's going to run out, it has been problematic. So I'm really pleased they've put a timer on it. It's going to make life so much easier, knowing I've got 10 minutes to go and do a run, 10 minutes to do some building before I need some extra food or to go ahead and eat it. Especially when sometimes a lot of these foods take a bit of time to prep. It's not like you can just eat a bunch of apples and maybe get the same effect. So I'm really glad that we're also going to be prepping stuff a little bit more, adding a little bit more role play, a little bit more thinking about stuff, having all of these different types of food recipes. And like I said at the beginning, I think it's worth tempering expectations, and that's what Irongate seemingly are doing with these little roundup videos. Give us an idea what to expect with the updates, so people aren't expecting maybe updates that are going to add new enemies, biomes. Even though it says it, we know what the Hearth and Home update is if you're a big fan of the game, but maybe you're still someone relatively new to it, or you still just haven't really caught up with a lot of the news as it happened a good 6 months ago. Then you may need a little bit more help deciphering what kind of content's coming to the game. So no bosses, no new enemies, no new biomes, but lots and lots of focus on this kind of thing. So we've got additions to the building. We've got the dark wood roofs and we've got the window hatches. That's going to be changing and coming into the game. Yay, no more thatch kind of boringness. I like the look of these roofs a lot. I kind of hope they do have another wooden set in the future too. Lots of brand new craftables at home. You're going to have a brand new spice rack, a butcher's table. You're going to have pots and pans, and they've got obviously the new food system that's going to be coming in with it as well. So again, I've always loved that in Valheim. I love the fact that the crafting benches look good, they fit the narrative, and they are really functional. Maybe as long as you can keep adding a little bit more length to where you can place them if they do have to be attached to something like a normal workbench, because that's always kind of been a bit rubbish that you have to have them pretty close or find some creative ways to hide another one somewhere. Obviously, all this info has been taken from a previous devlog. They've also said they're going to have over 10 brand new recipes, and we've seen quite a few of them now, involving a lot to do with onions. Some of the other names they had for it were ice cream, so maybe being part of getting the eyes from the little greylings that wander around, the grey dwarves, and then we've got chocolate smoothie, various wolf meats, and more. And then just to show you a row of onions and what they're going to look like as well to make pretty much onion soup. I love this stuff. I have been desperate to get back into Valheim. I did try doing some stuff with my wrap bags, but my schedule for keeping place with other people playing is pretty notoriously bad. So I will be returning, but probably doing it on my own, unless I start doing some live streams and my wrap bags don't mind joining me whenever I am always going to be late. And then last week they had this showing off the piles of gold and the brand new chest that you're going to be able to have to put all your special resources. I can't wait to this. I'm about to start building my own Scrooge McDuck money vaults. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if you can literally fill it with gold. I kind of hope so, or something along them lines, and build just a massive vault in Valheim. So look out for that video. That's appearing soon. And of course an iron gate to go with the actual iron door. So it will be a proper portcullis kind of thing, or surrounding sides of it. As we've kind of had just the iron door and it's always looks a bit out of place, this definitely suits it a lot more having this iron gate. So I don't know if it's going to replace the iron door we've already got, or it just will go either side. Maybe you can place these little portcullis walls anywhere you want. Now I keep calling it portcullis, but that means it goes up and down. These are going to be stayed in place, by the way. And that's pretty much it. They've got 2 brand new members of staff, I do believe, that have come and pretty much got the jobs and started work a couple of weeks ago. They're all back from the holiday, so it should be full-fledged updates to the max. Well, maybe not. It's still going to be a while to get this update out. And then they've said they've changed the roadmap. They're not going to be following the same process they thought they might. Instead of waiting months and months to do big updates, they're going to be just chucking stuff out there when it's a bit ready. Like, I'm sure they're still going to have some themes, but it's maybe not going to be as big as maybe as they thought it would be, to try and keep players a little bit happier if you are really loving the game and you don't necessarily want to be going playing everything else under the sun while you're waiting for updates. One bit of sad news though, it looks like a lot of this stuff won't be coming to the test servers because they want to keep it as a bit of a surprise as much as possible. I still think it's worth it just to make sure there's no problems and issues, but it has to be said, whenever there has been a bug or a problem, they have fixed it pretty rapidly and quickly. So maybe they really don't need the test servers, or maybe they weren't getting enough feedback. If you want to join the test servers, you do need to join Discord, and you need to find the channel and get the password for the test server branch, but definitely take a look at it. I've shown you guys a bunch of stuff from that in the past. I am off nursing a bit of a sore throat, so apologies. I'm still technically on holiday. I'm just doing some emergency stuff as well as some filler content you might have already seen. As soon as we get a date for this, I'll be back and I'll cover any new vlogs. Until next time, rat bags, laters.